Welcome back to the rundown. So Ken, what do we got next?
Well, you know, we all know what we're supposed to have on our boats in terms of, you know, what the Coast Guard recommends that is either supposed to be on board definitely or should be. You know, the usual things, the life preservers and a good anchor, ropes, so on and so forth. But what I'd like to talk about are some of the little things that you could put on your boat that could save you a lot of hassles and maybe get your butt out of a tight spot, and they don't cost much and they don't take up much space. One of the first things, electrical tape. Doesn't take up much space, and gosh, how many times, you know, have I used this? I mean, this stuff is good for more than just, you know, wrapping two wires together. You know, so that's the first thing I'm really in favor of. The other thing is a compact flashlight. This little guy here, it's a little LED. Doesn't take up much space. Takes common batteries. I think this one takes 2 AA's. And again,
I mean, most fishermen should already have one because you're usually starting out early in the day.
True.
But this is for your everyday fisherman that just doesn't think about the day. Everybody thinks that I don't need that. I'll be all right.
Exactly.
Take it from me. I found out you're not always all right out there on the water.
The other thing I'd like to have in this, and I'll have Chris zoom in on this a little bit later, but the other thing is this little penknife. You know, nice little folding lock blade. These things can be had from various retailers for as cheap as a couple dollars. I haven't seen knives like this go over $4. Good stainless steel blade, matte finish. It is a lock blade. This one even has a little chain on the end, but again, it's a type of thing. Doesn't take up much space.
Fishing line wrapped around your trolling motor.
Boom, and there you go. On the modern boats, I don't recommend so much carrying a big toolbox, because generally, if your motor goes out, all the tools in the world probably are not going to get it running. But one of the things, another thing I have here in my little kit is a small multi-tool. Now this one, you know, of course it has the pliers, you know, but there's a file, there's a screwdriver, of course it has a knife blade, and again it's compact, and again it's the type of thing that could kind of get you out of a bad spot. The other thing, a emergency poncho. Again, these things, you could pick them up almost anywhere, a couple bucks, you know, and not necessarily to wear. Sometimes you have something on board your boat, such as Mr. Irby has a wonderful, very expensive camera. This is the kind of thing that $2 will keep him from having to buy another $2,000 camera.
Well, or if you're out taking the kid out one day, there's nothing worse. Your child be all wet, be cranky.
There it is. And here's the other thing. Now, of course, most everybody has a first aid kit on board. Well, sometimes nobody wants to go rooting through for just one little thing. But again, this little kit is small. Motrin, always a must. Tylenol, Pepsid AC. These things, you know, if maybe the night before you're enjoying maybe a little too much juice of the barley, boom, you've got them. But the one thing with these, and this is something I really emphasize, always look on the back. They do have shelf life. They have expiration dates. So you want to make sure you keep up on that. Band-Aids, never have too many Band-Aids. Light bulbs, know what kind of bulbs your boat, your trailer, even your tow vehicle need. Have a few on hand. They don't take up much space. Could maybe save you a police ticket.
Or at least slowing you down on the way there.
At least slowing you down. The other thing I have in here are fuses. Different sizes, different styles, different amperages. I mean, again, they don't take up much space. They're inexpensive. But you know what? How much you would pay for one of these things if you caught, you know, without it? And of course, some of the last things I put in here are an emergency snack. You know, can't have too many Slim Jims. They could kind of get you out. And I think you got one more thing there.
Yeah, what I have here, I have some of these nice little tie wraps. You get any wires coming loose, anything, like I use them for culling. If the partner I'm fishing with that day doesn't have any, you can take this, just run it right through its gills, just a little click, that's it, it's done. That fish is marked, you know whose it is. I mean, there's just a number of things you can use it for.
Absolutely, they are just the best. Inexpensive, they don't take up much space, and they just go like thunder. I mean, you know, it's good to have them on board. And Who's at the door? What's going on back there? Good gosh. Oh my God. What are you guys doing here?
Team Muddy Water Challenges Red Mill.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
What kind of challenge? What are we talking about here, folks?
On the water.
On the water.
On the water.
All right. Like who looks the best on the water?
Fast
who dresses
boat?
the
Well, if
best?
that's the case, we're going to look the best.
Have you really looked in the mirror lately?
When was the last time you got them glasses checked?
So what's the challenge?
We're going to go on the water. Winner takes this trophy.
And when you say that,
You
5
sure
fish,
you don't ever want to see this again, other than on camera?
5 fish challenge.
5 fish challenge. 5 fish, 5 hours, like the good old under the gun.
Sure.
I'd say we're in.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Ken. How do you like it?
Hey,
So
let's let Del fish decide.
yes, Delfish, you go to our website. You pick the place that this challenge will happen.
Only requirements we have, it's Delaware waters only, and the deadline to pick it is October 1st. When is this tournament going to be?
Let's make it October the 9th.
Be there or be square.
It's
Yes,
going
sir.
down.
You watch. Red Mill will own this trophy.
wow.
It's already in the shop now. Well, folks, please stay tuned. Go to Delfish, vote on the place, and watch for the Under the Gun with the Red Mill versus Muddy Waters challenge.
I thought it was the Muddy Water beatdown.
It's the Red Mill beat down.
Oh no! Hey, folks, thanks for stopping or watching the show tonight. Just one parting shot, Bill. You have one thought about this whole thing
As
that we're
we're
talking
talking
about.
the safety, little things you should need. The most important thing about the whole deal is know your boat, know your trailer. This saves you a lot of time. About a month ago, I had a boat fire. This electrical tape came in handy. These zip ties came in handy. But the most important thing was knowing my boat. Thank you very much.
And folks, we'll see you soon.
Give me our